Good morning, dear students. Today, once again, we meet for our English language class, and today I'm going to discuss with you how to write a personal profile. So, I expect all of you to watch this video till the very end and understand each and every step that I explain here. Since we are not able to have regular classes, I have specially put together the important steps for writing the personal profile, and I have here for you both a sample personal profile taken from the net as well as another personal profile which is drafted by me according to the standards of your I.S.C English language syllabus. So please pay attention and try to follow. So first and foremost, let us see the format of a personal profile which is prescribed by the council and must be followed by you. These are on your screen, as you can see, the important points to be included in writing a personal profile. Let me mention that personal profile is also a part of the report writing question, that is question number 2A. And please remember that this question on writing a personal profile had come in the I.S.C 2019 question paper, board question paper, and so it could be important for those who will be writing their I.S.C 2021 board examinations. So it is better that you do it. Whether it comes or not is a different question, because there are so many different types of report writing you have in your syllabus, personal profile being one of them. Now look at the screen. I'll try to zoom in. Remember, the word limit is 300 words as it is for report writing, and the question will carry 20 marks. Now these are the 9 most important points which you must follow while writing a personal profile. First point is that you have to mention your name and age. First point. Then the second step is to mention the number of years in school, and with that there should be the mention of the name of your school as well. So the school which you have attended last and also the number of years that you have spent in that school should be mentioned here. Then the third step is you have to mention the year of passing the board exams. Now in that you have to mention the year which board exam you passed, like your ICSE first and then your I.S.C. So you have to mention the years, and that is the third step. Then comes academic achievements. Now these 2 points, point number 3 and 4, could be fused together in academic achievements, where you have to mention what exactly you have achieved, what kind of percentage of marks you have secured, your ranking or your position or your percentage of marks. All those things should be coming under this head. Then after academic achievements, you come to achievements in co-curricular activities. Now co-curricular activities are activities other than your normal curriculum, meaning to say anything else which you do, like your cultural competitions, your debates, or your elocution or storytelling, or you have quiz competitions. All these things, even when you go out to other schools and you participate in inter-school competitions, like we had this last year, we had a inter-school PowerPoint competition. So these all things will come under co-curricular activities. So if you have made any achievements, you have to mention that. Then comes the next step, which is achievements in games and sports. So both in school and also outside your school, whether you have been good in games and sports, what games and sports you have been playing mainly, because each of you will have a different knack and will be good in playing a different kind of game or sport. So whether it is indoor games like chess competition, for example, we have in our school, or whether it is TT, table tennis, or it could be outdoor games like volleyball or basketball or football. So you have to mention, And you have to also mention that you have represented your school in certain tournaments, inter-school tournaments, and the prizes or the championships won by you. All those details can come into games and sports. Then number 7, leadership skills with examples. Like if you have been a students council member, if you have been a class monitor, if you have been chosen specially for as team leader for a certain purpose in the school. So if you have had any exposure to leadership, so those things should come under this head. You have to mention with examples. Then you have to mention 2 strengths or qualities which you have, which you think are the best or the most powerful aspects in your character. That is, you could be a good orator, maybe you are a very good speaker, public speaker, or you could be like a debater or elocution, good in elocution, or maybe in composing poetry. We have inter-house cultural competition. In that we have self-composed English poetry, or you have whether you are good in writing poems, or you have been writing short stories. So each one of us, we have our own strengths in certain fields. So whatever is your strength, you have to mention that. So 2 such strengths have to be mentioned in your proposal. Then next is 2 special aspects you have that make you outstanding. So 2 special aspects other than your strengths which make you something special. So here also you have a scope to write about, maybe you do a lot of social service, or maybe you have good communication skills, you are able to interact with outsiders, with people, you are extrovert by nature, and you are good in getting your things done by means of dialogue. So anything that you think are special aspects which you have, that's what makes you special among the rest of your batchmates. So those 2 aspects have to be mentioned. So these are the some of the important steps that are there in proposal, in writing the personal profile. I'm sorry, I said proposal earlier, it's actually personal profile. So now before we proceed with seeing an exact personal profile and understanding what a personal profile is all about, we should understand why we generally write a personal profile. Normally a personal profile is something which is asked of you. It's like you are giving yourself a certificate about all your plus points, all your good qualities. Generally what happens is, when you leave school and when you are seeking admission in college, you may have to submit a personal profile. Certain colleges, they will ask you for a personal profile. They want to know you. They want to know what kind of qualities you have, what kind of academic qualities, what kind of co-curricular qualities, what kind of other qualities. All your good aspects, all your qualities are supposed to be highlighted in the personal profile, and this gives you a better chance. If your personal profile is effective, it's good, it's well written, it's well versed with all the necessary points and details provided properly, then you stand a chance of getting immediate admission in a premium institution, in a premium college. So this is the whole purpose behind a personal profile. Now let's look at a personal profile which is based on the points which I highlighted earlier. So let's have a look. This is the question which I have taken from I.S.C 2019 question paper. So this was the question they had asked. Look at the question on top above the red line. You are Nitin or Neeta from XYZ school. You wish to start applying to various colleges. So that's what I was telling you, that personal profile is generally asked from students who are interested in joining particular colleges or institutions. Those colleges and institutions may ask you to submit a personal profile. Sometimes they provide a specific pro forma, or they give you a form where there is a specific set of questions based on these heads which you may have to fill up. And sometimes they may ask you to write it. It depends from institution to institution, college to college, it depends. They will ask you sometimes to write on white paper and submit. So it is up to them. So you should know how to draft a personal profile, because very soon, you are now in 12th, very soon you will be going for your college education. So when you leave school, how exactly are you going to write the personal profile? That's what is being taught. So this is the right time to teach. And the council for the Indian School Certificate Examinations has done the right thing to have included this in the syllabus, so that each one of you should know how to write your personal profile. Now look at the question. So you wish to start applying to various colleges for admission after your I.S.C examination. In about 300 words, draft your personal profile using the guidelines given below. Now, as always, the report question carries 20 marks. So this one also carries 20 marks. The word limit is 300. This one also is 300 therefore. And because the hints are always provided with the report question, here also you can see that the hints or the clues or the guidelines are provided for you. Now when you have guidelines in front of you, you don't have any problem at all. Just follow the guidelines step by step, one after the other, and keep on elaborating or writing about each of these guidelines. So that's what I've done down below. First, let's read the question. Your name, years spent in the school, in the school you are passing out from, academic interests and performance, cultural activities you participated in, sports, positions of leadership held during your stay in the school, your future plans and goals. Now this should also be included, which I had not mentioned in those points. I was just focusing on your achievements only. So your future plans and goals, 2 characteristics that you consider to be your strengths. This I told you already. 2 characteristics that set you apart from that of the others. So these are the essential ingredients you must put in. Now see, how do I do it? This is the personal profile drafted for you so that you don't have any confusion. First of all, on top, you can write the heading personal profile and underline it, just as it is done on your screen. You can see. Then leave a line. There is no need to write your name under the heading, because this is not a report in the strictest sense of the word. This is a personal profile. So your name is all automatically coming in the first line of the profile. So there is no need of writing the name separately again below the phrase personal profile. So first write personal profile, then underline it, then leave a line, then come to the left hand side, write name, put a colon, underline the word name. I have underlined here for you so that you don't have any confusion. Write your full name. Now in this case, the question said Nita or Nitin. So Nita or Nitin Hindustani. So Hindustani, that's just an addition made by me because we are all Indians. So Hindustani. Then age. You can write age. You can leave a line and write age, underline the word age, and write your age. I have written 17 years, you write yours. Then put a full stop. Then again leave a line. School last attended, colon, underlined. Then St. James School, Binaguri, 735 space 203 within brackets WB, that's for West Bengal. So this sums up the name of the school along with the place where it is located with the state and pin code. Then leave a line again and write years spent in school. Underline it. Put a colon. I have been a part of. Now comes the question of writing full sentences. So far you have been writing only the names. 17 years, Nitin, Hindustani, St. James School, Binaguri, blah blah blah. Now comes the time for you to start writing complete sentences explaining things. Years spent in school. I have been a part of this school for about 14 years now. That's all. One sentence. Then again leave a line. Academic interest. Underline, colon. My areas of interest are mathematics, history, sociology and fine arts. I have just put some subjects at random. You can change these subjects. Your preferences of the subjects can be written by you. If you are a science student, you write the science subject names. If you are commerce, then write the commerce subject names. Or if you are a humanities student, then you write the humanities subject names. So anyway, here there are some subjects mentioned. then put a full stop. Then I have scored 92% marks in ICSE and 94 in the aggregate in my I.S.C board examinations respectively. That means first in ICSE, then in I.S.C. So the student concerned has mentioned, Nitin Hindustani, whoever it is, if he has ever studied, or Nita Hindustani, if they have ever studied in St. James, they have scored something like this. This is just a model report or a model personal profile, so you should not have any problem in comprehending it. Next up is overall performance. Again, leave a line and write, and then underline, put a colon. Above average student in class 12, very bright student and recipient of all-rounder award. Okay. Then cultural activities. I have a keen interest in music and drawing. I paint and I am a guitarist too. So these again can be according to your knacks and your preferences. So here I have written music and drawing. Some of you could be interested in something else, maybe quizzing or participating in skits, dramatics, something or the other. So otherwise, if you cannot think of anything, just write what is given here. You can write this also. Nobody is going to check and verify when you are writing in your exam paper whether you really have these interests or not. But yes, when in real life, when you apply for college and if they ask you for the personal profile, then you must speak the truth. Because if you are writing something and that is, you don't have any supporting documents or proof of that, then definitely you are proving yourself a liar. So that in real life, that must be remembered. But here, for the sake of writing it in your exam paper, if you get a personal profile to write in report writing, then you can write whatever you feel like. Doesn't matter. Then games and sports. Next is after culturals, games and sports. Playing football, volleyball and basketball are the games I like. I have also represented my school in various inter-school tournaments and have played in the nationals too. I am also a long distance runner and I have always secured the first position. It should be position, it's printed as portion, so please make your correction. First position in the school marathon and in the 1500 meters race. So here at random I have put in something. You can again put in according to your preferences. The games which you like, you mention that. I have mentioned earlier also. And then the long distance runner can become a short distance runner also, 100 meters, 200 meters. Or if you are good in field events, you can mention that. See, games and sports. Don't get confused. Games refers to football, volleyball, basketball. All these are called games. But sports is what is either in the field or in the track events where you perform like you do in case of your annual sports meet. So games and sports, don't get confused. Then position of leadership. Again you underline, leave a line and then write position of leadership. Now currently I am serving as the school's head boy. You can write prefect also if you want, or head girl or prefect. Prior to that I was also my house vice captain. So just write it. Doesn't matter really whether it happens that way step by step or not. Nobody is going to check it out or verify it in your exam. If you are writing it, nobody is going to see whether you have really been the. So it's not like that. You have to mention. So each one of you can write the same thing. That doesn't matter. For the board exams, this kind of thing can be written. I have participated in many leadership programs to enhance my leadership skills. So apart from being the captain or vice captain or prefect or head boy or head girl, so that is definitely leadership. I have also been a participant in many leadership programs. Okay, fine. Then comes the next step. Again, leave a line. Future plans, like it was said in the question. So future plans have to be mentioned. I am aiming to join the Indian Army or appear in the UPSC examination, that is Union Public Service Commission examination, to serve my country. So if you clear the UPSC examination, you become a central government employee and you become a government servant, and so you serve the nation. So that is another way of doing it. Either you try to join the army, Indian Army. If you don't get a chance, then you will be as a second option. So always mention at least two options. Okay, so always two. Remember this this trick of mentioning two things at least, minimum two. Then future plans is over. Now next is my strengths. What are the strengths? Again, my strengths underlined, colon. So you can just see on your screen so you can understand the format. I can efficiently find solutions and alternatives when in the state of crisis. I am also a good listener, speaker and writer. I can project my thoughts very well. So these are your strengths. So instead of two, there are more than two strengths mentioned here. See, first is finding solutions and alternatives whenever there is a situation of crisis. You are the one people look up to, thinking that you will find some solution. So you are good in that. And second is you are a good listener. Third point is you are a good speaker. Fourth point is you are also a good writer. So here four things are given. You can give more. Minimum is two. Maximum is, it is up to you. You can increase. Write more than two. Then unique characteristics. I am an organized, that this last point is that which makes you different from the others, so that you are completely different or outstanding. So unique characteristics. I am an organized, punctual and determined person. I know how to delegate work equally. Delegate means give responsibilities to others and get the work done. So I know how to delegate work equally and excel in communication skills. So already mentioned earlier in the previous point that I am a good speaker, and here once again I am excellent in communication skills. So by means of communicating with people, I know how to talk. Not everyone is able to talk well. Some people are not very good speakers, but some people are so very fluent that they can get the work done by the others. So this is another quality which you mention as your unique characteristics. One is that you are well organized. Second is you are very punctual, that is you are time perfect. You get the things done at the right time. And you have a determined personality, that is you are a determined person. And you know how to give the work, delegate the work, distribute the work, give responsibilities to people in equal measure so that the work gets done. And then you also have communication skills by means of which you get the things done. So this was this personal profile is written strictly according to the council prescribed norm, and I have followed the question given by the council in the 2019 I.S.C. English language question paper. Now I have on your screen, you will see another sample of personal profile. This has more subheadings. This has different types of subheadings, which this is not exactly the profile sample which you must follow when you are writing a personal profile. You should follow the one which I have explained just now. But this one is just to give you an idea. Just to give you an idea about how they do it in practice, in real life, how personal profiles are actually written. So I'm zooming in so that you can see better. See here what's written, personal profile sample. Below it, student profile explanations and possible interview questions. Be prepared. You are going to face an interview also when you go for admission to college. There also you may have to face the interview for a particular course. So they call it counseling, they call it by a different name. Anyway, but there will be a face-to-face interaction between you and the college. And then only they will decide whether or not to give you admission. So see here the thing is done a bit differently. Don't get confused. These are not the steps that you need to follow. But the one which I showed you earlier, this is just for having a look and understanding how they do it in real life. See here, starting with dreams and goals. Whereas your dreams and goals were coming towards the end of that profile. So what are the aspirations? Try to find a connection between their aspirations and some type of work experience. Remember, it's about helping the student to take, so this is from the point of view of the college itself or the institution itself. The board, the admission board, or the members of the admission board, or the principal, those who are in charge for giving admission to the students. So they are basically being suggested certain steps by means of which they can take the students. So remember, it's about helping the student to make an informed decision, not professionals deciding for them. Talent, skills and knowledge, natural gifts, things they have a knack for, past formal or informal assessments, what do people compliment them about, think about academic, money, skills, time, artistic, manual, physical and social skills. Then learning styles, you can just go through, you can take a screenshot and you can just go through just to get an idea as to what are the kind of things that they are likely to ask you when you go for admission in real life. So you have interests after learning styles, then you have positive personality traits, then you have environmental preferences, then you have dislikes, then you have life and work experiences, then you have support system, then you have specific challenges and support needs and accommodations and possibilities and ideas. So these are the type of questions or the heads under which they will test you, they will try to understand you. So personal profile sample in the sense that when you submit your personal profile to them, your personal profile in real life must be built on these heads. So anyway, this is not important as of now, this is just for an idea, but please stick to this personal profile. You can take a screenshot, and I told you there is a slight spelling mistake in games and sports, the second last line, first position, not portion. So make that correction. I would suggest all of you to write down this question and also write down this personal profile which I have written for you here in your English language copies. Just copy this down. It should be there in your English language copy exactly the way it is given here, leaving lines from time to time and using subheadings and underlining them with scale and pencil. Just copy this. First copy the question, then copy the answer, and keep this in your English language copies, so that whenever you need to refer to it, you can quickly refer to it, and you can just remember the heads. You see, according to the points provided or the guidelines provided, these are the heads or the subheadings which we have used and which we have elaborated, and altogether it should come to 300 words. Otherwise, you may lose marks. So make sure that your personal profile should also be as elaborate as any kind of report which you write, because it is part of report writing. It's also the same as report writing, and it also carries the same weightage. 20 marks, 300 words is your word limit. So you can take a screenshot, and I have zoomed in and zoomed out many a times, so I'm sure you can take a screenshot, and then otherwise you need not take a screenshot. If you think it is difficult, just pause the video and just see, zoom in and see, and write it down in your exercise books. So that's all in personal profile for now. Thank you very much.